Happening now, the Chautauqua County Health Department is speaking out about lead poisoning and how to protect yourself from it. And Governor Kathy Hochul signed a new bill into law to use underutilized and vacant hotel spaces for affordable housing. Plus, take me out to the ball game, as many with exceptional star athletics took to the field for the first time this year.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Bronson Rasmussen in for Justin Gould. Latest local news is coming up, but first let's get a check of our first weather forecast with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. How's it going, Dakota?
Hey Bronson, and happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far, and it's a nice day out there. The Warren City Bank Skycam showing you just a few clouds dotting the sky, and this is pretty much what we're going to see across much of the region today. The rain has tapered off for today, so it'll be an overall nice day. The satellite and radar composite not showing you much on the radar, but you do see some of those clouds filtering on in across the southern tier, so we are going to see a mix of sun and clouds through the afternoon. It'll be a nice battle between the two. 65 was the high yesterday. That was right at the forecast high, by the way. 51 is where we started the day. 94 and 31 are the records. So through the afternoon, sun and clouds will battle for the afternoon sky. An overall nice day, a bit milder than it has been. 68 to 75 with a southwest wind. Now we get into some rain tonight. Some of it could be heavy. Then we're going to see a little bit more rain as we work towards the weekend. We'll talk about it with that Ultimate Satellite Solutions 7-day forecast later on in the show, Bronson.
All right, we'll see you then, Dakota. A man died following a motorcycle hit and run Saturday in the town of Clymer. Troopers responded to the intersection of Marvin and Belknap roads around 2:40 p.m. after reports of a collision involving a motorcycle. Further investigation revealed that a 2012 GMC Sierra, operated by 32-year-old Slater Lindstrom of Corey, PA, was traveling south on Marvin Road and missed the turn for Belknap. The GMC stopped in the roadway and proceeded to back up, running over the 2000 Harley-Davidson behind him, then left the scene. The operator of the motorcycle, 63-year-old Andrew Howard of Erie, PA, was pronounced dead on the scene. Pennsylvania state troopers were able to locate Lindstrom, where he was issued multiple traffic violations, including leaving the scene of a fatal collision, unlicensed operation of a vehicle, and reckless driving. The Jamestown City Council was presented with plans to put in 6 new security cameras across the city in hopes of fighting crime. When asked about the cameras, Jamestown Police Chief Tim Jackson had confirmed that pending the council does go forward with the new cameras, he already has in mind where they will be placed. Chief Jackson also said that these cameras will be in addition to the equipment already in use, as well as much needed upgrade to the aging system. The cameras can be moved from whatever location they are put in to wherever the Jamestown Police Department sees fit. Funding for the equipment will be broken down, with 4 of them being paid for by American Rescue Plan Act monies, and the other 2 will be paid for with federal drug seizure funds. Mayor Eddie Sundquist also mentioned to the council that the cameras are specifically made by a certain company, so there was no bid on the price for the new hardware. The annual Juneteenth celebration is returning to the Jamestown area once again this year. This historic day is meant to commemorate the emancipation of African American slaves. From a walk to City Hall to a community-wide celebration at Jackson Taylor Park, Juneteenth in Jamestown is becoming a tradition that celebrates Black culture and freedoms. This year, along with the celebrations, to help kick off the Juneteenth Festival, officials are offering the community a free movie night showing, Sister Act 2. The movie night will host a slew of vendors from all sorts of different organizations, as well as a 21-plus wristbands for those of legal age to purchase alcohol. The event will be on Friday, June 17th from 5 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. in front of the National Comedy Center. The Jamestown Housing Committee heard from the Chautauqua County Department of Health and Human Services about an issue plaguing the city, lead poisoning. Lisa Schmidt-Miller presented to the committee the health department's Healthy Housing Program and its goal of reducing the egregious amount of lead poisoning cases in Jamestown.
Approximately 75% of those cases are in the city of Jamestown. And it's completely preventable.
The health department had applied to the county for $3 million in lead hazard control money through Chautauqua Opportunities, showcasing that lead poisoning is a big issue locally, and if a child succumbs to it, the results are disastrous.
So lead poisoning, just to kind of give you a quick reminder, affects a child's brain development, can result in loss of IQ points, learning difficulties that will persist throughout their schooling, and can lead to issues with behavior issues that affect their ability to be successful in their working lives, really can follow them throughout their lives.
She goes on to say that there are many programs that can help almost everyone that applies. All they have to do is put in a little effort. Other hazards that they are looking out for and cover through different programs include mold, asthma triggers, trip and fall hazards, as well as another grant to help test for radon. As WNY News Now continues, as gas prices continue to increase, how those at home can try to save money on mowing their lawns this year. And later, the new law put in place to create more affordable housing. Stay with us, as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
What could you lose in a home fire? Your possessions? Your home? Your memories? Don't let your world go up in smoke. Make sure you have working smoke alarms and practice an escape plan for you and your loved ones, because fire is everyone's fight.
This message was brought to you by the Jamestown Fire Department and the Chautauqua Safety Village.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer with a day of fun activities for children in the Jamestown area, hosted by Collaborative Children's Solutions and the City of Jamestown. The first part of the day happens at Northwest Arena, where both kids and parents alike can learn about activities available to youth. Later in the evening, finish out the night at the Tarp Skunk baseball game, along with a fireworks show at Russell Dietrich Jr. Park. Stop on down on Friday, June 24th, as we celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer.
What is going on, my New York friends? My understanding is that you're in school for a little bit longer than most people, but I got some good news for you. Where are you going to be on September 10th? In Jamestown, New York, with me at 7 o'clock at the Reglena Theater, and you can get your tickets at reglena.com, REGLENNA.com. Make sure that you grab those now. It's going to be so much fun. Jamestown, New York, September 10th. Come and have fun with me.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
The rise in gas prices is now hitting lawn care companies as they've had to bump their rates. But a new app can help both the customer looking to save money and the company looking to retain work. Erie News Now's Isley Gooden explains.
Finding lawn care may look different now. GreenPal, a new app used to find individual vendors to mow your lawn, is now available in Erie. Co-founder Gene says many Pennsylvania homeowners were interested.
So GreenPal has been described as Uber for lawn care, and it's the easiest way for homeowners to find, schedule, and pay their lawn guy.
As gas prices rise, making it harder for some families to hire help, the app gives the option to compare prices.
How it works is when a homeowner is looking for lawn care, they enter in the address of the property that they want service and also the day that they want it done. That alerts all the pre-screened vendors in the area that there's a new lawn up for bid. Those vendors do the bidding. GreenPal doesn't have any influence on the pricing. We just give the vendors as much information as possible so they can give their best quote.
On average, do you know how much it would cost if someone was to go through one of your vendors?
So typically prices, our average price is about $42. Now that varies on condition of the lawn, the size of the lawn.
The use of the app can also help those wanting to start their own business in the field.
Vendors are bidding. So you've got new vendors that are trying to, go into a new market or, just starting their business. So homeowners kind of reap the benefits.
While some people may opt to mow their own lawns to compete with prices, it never hurts to check for what's out there.
It's free for homeowners to sign up. So if they're looking to just decide, hey, do I want to cut it myself this summer or do I want to let somebody else do it? They can get free bids and there's no obligation.
Isley Gooden, WNY News Now.
As gas prices rise, making it harder for some families to hire help, the app gives the option to compare prices. The service extends all across the region, even here in Western New York. The race for governor has begun, with those vying to become the next New York governor challenging the current governor, Kathy Hochul's rule. The two Democratic challengers questioned Hochul's decisions on a new Buffalo Bills stadium and her gun legislation. Appearing in her first debate Tuesday night, Hochul said her positions on guns had evolved in the 10 years since she's gotten a favorable rating from the NRA while running for re-election in a Republican-heavy New York district. Hochul also defended her plan to spend an eventual $850 million in taxpayer money towards a new stadium for her hometown, Buffalo Bills. The deal has been criticized by Republicans and Democrats alike for giving so much public money to a private business. The trio are scheduled to meet again in another debate Thursday, June 16th. As the nation awaits a decision from the U.S. Supreme Court regarding a Mississippi law that calls for banning abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy, LGBTQ advocates are pushing to codify protections for same-sex marriage in states throughout the country. Since the leak of a draft opinion alluded to the court potentially overturning abortion rights, concerns have grown over whether justices could next move to reverse other decisions that rely on the right to privacy that the court outlined in Roe v. Wade's decision, legalizing abortion nationwide nearly 50 years ago. Legal experts have speculated that similar logic could be used to reverse other decisions, including the 2015 case in which the court ruled same-sex marriage bans unconstitutional. After allocating $23 million of the 2023 budget for housing, Governor Kathy Hochul has taken a step further to create affordable options across the state. Our Julia Grass with the details.
Yesterday, we signed a package of nation-leading laws to address how we want to protect New Yorkers, the safety of New Yorkers. Today, we take a step toward protecting the dignity of New Yorkers and deal with the shortage of affordable housing, because I deeply believe that housing is a human right.
The governor explained that with inflation being seen across the board, affordable housing is now more important than ever.
And with hotels hit so hard by the pandemic, many of them never reopened, an opportunity has arisen to use vacant hotels in a way that'll lift people up and give them, yes, the dignity of a home.
The law allows Class B hotels within residential zoning districts or within 400 feet of such districts to operate as permanent residential spaces.
First time ever, an historic $25 billion to create 100,000 new housing units, as well as on top of that at least $1.5 billion for an additional 10,000 supportive housing units. Who are we supporting? We're supporting our neighbors. People have been left on the streets who are homeless. People who have mental health challenges. People who have addiction problems like many of our family members had or still have today. Our returning veterans who come back with PTSD after they served our nation, they deserve a home. LGBTQ seniors who don't have children to take care of them as they age. This is what supportive housing is all about. This is why I believe in the power of harnessing government spaces, private sector, together toward this cause.
Tenants of this new permanent housing can earn no more than 60% of the area median income. All units will be rent stabilized and subject to permanent affordability restrictions. State funding is also going towards the Housing Our Neighbors with Dignity Act to convert commercial and distressed hotel properties into affordable housing. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.
Julia, thank you. Of the 20 legislators to vote no on this bill, one of them was Senator George Borrello. Coming up, a fourth COVID vaccine could be coming to the U.S. What the FDA has to say coming up. And later, as we wait to hear what those affected by the recent mass shootings have to say, we take a look at how domestic terrorism could be growing. But first, we return with a full look at our weather forecast when WNY News Now returns.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Slow down, and move over. Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights, vests,
please give us some room.
slow down. Slow down and move over. When you need help,
It's our job
to help you.
to save you.
Despite the danger.
This
This danger is real. Do your part.
please
Slow down, and move over.
move over.
Celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer with a day of fun activities for children in the Jamestown area. Hosted by Collaborative Children's Solutions and the City of Jamestown. The first part of the day happens at the Northwest Arena as we ring in summer vacation with a party featuring snacks, music, and more. In addition, several groups will be on hand speaking with both kids and parents about the plethora of activities available to keep our youth occupied. Then later in the evening, finish out the home run day with a night of fun at the Tarp Skunk baseball game, along with a fireworks show at Russell Dietrich Jr. Park. As a PE teacher, I know the importance of keeping kids busy this summer, so stop on down on Friday, June 24th, as we celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer. You can learn more online at ccsolutions716.com and watch for updates on the Collaborative Children's Solutions Facebook page.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense Weather.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look at those rainfall totals once again from yesterday, and the rain continued across much of the afternoon yesterday. How about 1.33 inches in Falconer, a little more than an inch in Lakewood, also the same here in town, a little less than an inch in Randolph, 0.8 of an inch in Bemis Point, and a little more than 0.6 of an inch in Gary. And we're going to see more rain as we work throughout the later part of today. It's going to be mainly this evening and through the overnight hours. We're seeing some breaks in the cloud cover downtown from the HD WNC News Now cam, we're at 62, a southwest wind of 9, and look at the dew point down to 50. So again, it's a little bit more comfortable today. Today also is the beginning day of the Celeron Rib Fest. So if you are going to Celeron for the Rib Fest, it's going to be a nice day. It starts at 3 o'clock, 71 degrees, partial sunshine. Now there will be a chance for a rain shower, mainly the evening hours, 9, 10 o'clock as the festivity starts to wrap up for the day. But we are hoping that it will be mainly dry. So get down, enjoy some delicious ribs. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic day to get down and enjoy the Celeron Rib Fest down there near the lake shore. So pretty quiet across the region right now, but we are starting to see more showers and thunderstorms developing out west. And I wanted to take you down to the Red River because we have severe weather down here. Notice all these lightning strikes, over 3,000 of them across from severe storms that are passing near Wichita Falls and Lawton, Oklahoma. Just wanted to mention that because it is noteworthy. So here we go with Future Scan. Pretty much nothing through the day, but again, sun and clouds will be sharing the afternoon sky. As we get into the evening hours, we are going to see the rain showers increasing, and then that's going to increase through the overnight hours. Maybe some patches of moderate to heavy rain. We're not expecting flooding issues, but there could be some pockets of moderate to heavy downpours overnight. The better chance of rain tomorrow will likely be in the morning, but we could catch a couple isolated showers through the afternoon hours on Thursday, and then Friday turns drier, so we should have a nice day coming up on Friday, mainly dry. Now, in terms of the rainfall totals, this goes all the way through Friday morning. We could be looking at about over a half an inch to about 3/4 of an inch, with most of this coming through the overnight hours tonight. Now the next 7 days, powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions. So we're down to 65 tomorrow, up to 70 Friday, a nice day. Pride Fest is looking a little bit better, but we will be dodging a few raindrops from time to time. Bring the rain gear. Sunday, a few scattered showers, 68. And then it looks like we'll be getting close to 80 once again, Bronson, by next Tuesday.
I don't know if the weather knows it's going to be rainy or sunshine. It's all mixed up. A new COVID vaccine may soon be on the market. Tuesday, FDA vaccine advisors voted to issue emergency use authorization for Novavax's coronavirus vaccine. The full FDA still has to approve the vaccine, and it was found to be 90% effective among most adults, 18 to 65, and about 79% effective for adults over the age of 65. Novavax's vaccine would include 2 doses given 3 weeks apart, and a 3rd dose booster after 6 months. Common side effects to the vaccine include pain at the injection site and muscle ache, and rare cases of heart inflammation, as seen in COVID vaccines already on the market. Novavax says its vaccine would protect against Omicron and other circulating variants. This version of the vaccine is already being used throughout Europe, Canada, and Australia, among other countries. Yesterday in Harrisburg, home-based care providers and consumers spoke out against the state proposal in this year's budget. Advocates for Independent Living says that an investment for the Department of Human Services agency with choice model is going to do more harm than good because it will utilize a single vendor method. Care recipients said that the single vendor care model will hurt local providers and also the quality of care they rely on, especially if it's not in close proximity. Advocates say that it would limit options and create additional competition for agencies that are already struggling to retain staff.
We don't want $280,000 only to disrupt everything that we've spent 35 years building in Pennsylvania. This has been a long haul, and we don't want to turn it around.
In a statement to news agencies, the Department of Human Services said that the purpose of the proposed model is to provide an additional option to support the direct care workforce and participants. Less than a month ago, 10 people in a Buffalo grocery store were shot and killed in a racist attack. The alleged shooter has pled not guilty on domestic terrorism and hate crime charges, but Congress is looking at this incident and examining the growing threat of domestic terrorism. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent, Rachel Knapp, reports.
My mother's life mattered. My mother's life mattered.
Holding back tears, Garnell Whitfield Jr., the son of Ruth Whitfield, who was one of the 10 victims of the Tops grocery store mass shooting in Buffalo, New York last month, told Senders their family has endured so much pain after losing their mother.
For her to be murdered, taken away from us by someone so full of hate, is impossible to understand and even harder to live with.
Authorities say evidence shows the alleged shooter, an 18-year-old, was motivated by race and targeted the supermarket in a predominantly black community. Before the shooting, a 180-page document allegedly written by the suspect was posted online, writes that white Americans are being, quote, replaced by people of other races. This morning, the Department of Homeland Security warned of a heightened threat environment for domestic violent extremists.
All violence will never be tolerated.
We cannot deny that hate has a big platform.
In this hearing, senators look to examine why domestic terrorism is growing. Looking at the Buffalo shooting and the January 6th Capitol attack, a political science professor from the University of Chicago explains violent populism is rising in the U.S. due to extremist ideas getting circulated.
A key extremist idea is the Great Replacement. At bottom, the fear that minorities will have more rights than whites. As these extremist ideas become mainstream, domestic terrorism is evolving in more dangerous ways.
But adds that we can combat this growing issue.
The solutions to violent populism are the pillars that have always guided our great American democracy: dialogue and listening to each other.
At the Capitol, Rachel Knapp reporting.
Rachel, thank you. Following the Buffalo shooting, the House passed legislation which would strengthen domestic terrorism investigations, reporting, and monitoring, but it failed in the Senate. Next, Exceptional Star Athletics are having their buddies take to the field. What this means, coming up.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day.
Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
Visit the Northwest Arena on Friday, June 24th, as we celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer. Learn about activities available to youth in the Jamestown area, plus end the night with fireworks at the Tarp Skunks game. Learn more online at ccsolutions716.com.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Athletes and their buddies took to Lions Field last Sunday to participate in the first Exceptional Stars Athletics baseball game. Our Alyssa Wright was there and has more.
They invite anyone who is interested to reach out to them via their Facebook page.
Well, it looks like something happened to that one. Not exactly sure what, but we'll make sure to have it uploaded to the website later for all of you that want to know more about them. I overlooked what Alyssa was working on, and I remember going out to see them as they were a choir group a couple months ago during the summer, and it was quite an interesting experience, and it's nice to see that anyone can get out there to do sports, even if you're not physically able to compared to others.
Mm-hmm. There's always ways around, in multiple sports. Some people have physical disabilities but can still go out there and play a sport. So it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Remember that news is here 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. Download it for free today and in the Apple App Store. And we'll leave you with this live look from outside our studio with a little bit of blue sky, it looks like. Look at that. We'll see you next time.
Clear blue skies.